Check, check.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
I have one. I have two. Nah, I'd be fine. Honestly, don't know where any of mine are.
Check, check.
You up? Actually, she was getting some for me. Yes, thank you, though. I appreciate it. Oh, you're fine.
Welcome to Play the Cafe. This is a once a month, Tuesday night, second Tuesday of every month, original song, songwriter night. We usually have two to four songwriters. We just essentially give them the stage and let them tell their stories and sing their songs. We're kind of modeling what they do at the Bluebird Cafe in Nashville. So I thank you for coming out. Look forward to having our own online guests as well. Tonight we have Boone Epperson, currently from Georgia, but also from Indiana and Nashville, and Joseph Brooks from Enterprise, an up-and-coming songwriter, very good guitar player and performer. I think you're going to enjoy it. So just make yourself at home, and we'll get started.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. John.
You want to kick her off, Hoss?
I'll let you go. You go ahead.
All right. Thank you, John. Appreciate you. I'm going to start out with a brand new one. Try to kick her off kind of quick here. This is called On the Run. Well, I left Alabama. She was heavy on my mind. I stopped for a bite, lit myself a light, and drove through the Florida line. And I ended up in Ybor. Took a tour of the town. Found a crowded sidewalk corner, and I laid my tip jar down. But the dust started settling on my songs. So I packed up and I moved on. And I've been living as a rambler, and I've been rambling all my life. I just roll on down the road knowing that I'll end up where I go. Love's like the law, and I'm a loaded gun out here living on the run. Well, my daddy was a preacher, and my mama was a saint. They always said, boy, be who you are, don't try to be what you ain't. And I believe in Jesus, yeah, I know he saved my soul. I don't know where I'm going, but in the end you bet I know. I was lost once upon a time. Yeah, I'm still rambling, boy, but I ain't blind. I've been living as a rambler, and I've been rambling all my life. I just roll on down the road knowing that I'll end up where I go. Looks like the law, I'm a loaded gun out here living on the run. feels like alone. And I'm a loaded gun out here living on the run. Thank you, thank you.
Very good, very good. Appreciate you. Well, howdy, y'all. My name is Joseph Brooks. Pleasure to be here with y'all tonight. I want to say a huge thank you to Mr. John Shaw for putting this on. This is a really cool opportunity, something to allow artists to have a spotlight, I guess you could say. No doubt. But do a song here. This one's a little bit newer. Actually, I'll go ahead and do this one. This is my newest song, and I wrote this song a couple weeks ago. I actually finished writing it before I played a show. And little story, I met a girl down in Panama City Beach. And it was actually a waitress at a place I played. And real sweet, real pretty thing. And we talked all night, whatever, you know. And I thought we had hit it off. And we're scheduled to go on a date, you know, all that stuff, whatever. None of that worked out, needless to say. But told my buddy on the ride home, I was like, man, I'm going to write a song about this. It's either going to be, you know, a lovey-dovey song or the Hey Ho song. But it turned into the Hey Ho song, and the song's called Ain't Got the Heart. I don't want another late night call. I don't need the words that make me fall. It ain't adding up the things you say and do. But all I needed was the truth. I don't want you in my head, making me think that I'd be better off dead if I ain't got you by my side. Well, hey, I'll be doing just fine, 'cause I ain't got the heart to be broken. No, I ain't got the heart. I ain't got the heart to be broken. Even if I did, I don't want it broken by you. I ain't spending another dime. I ain't wasting no more time or lines just trying to make you mine. Tell me what I'm supposed to do when all of this still ain't enough for you. 'Cause I ain't got the heart to be broken. No, I ain't got the heart. I ain't got the heart to be broken. No. Even if I did, I don't want it broken by you. I've done this one too many times, trying to salvage things that ain't mine but right now. I ain't got the heart to be broken. I ain't got the heart to be broken. No, I ain't got the heart to be broken. No. Even if I did, I don't want it broken by you. 2, 3.
Daggone it, son.
Thank you.
Yeah, buddy.
Cool
That's good
song,
stuff.
man.
I love that.
It's something different than
That's
I've ever written.
bluesy. I love it.
It's more upbeat. I
I love it, man. That was awesome. Heck yeah. Got some good people in the house tonight.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm going to do a little tune I wrote in Nashville a couple years ago with a couple friends of mine, Terry Joe Box and a guy named Red Marlowe. Both extremely successful, way out of my league people to be writing with. But we had this writing appointment set up, and Terry Joe was down in Memphis, and she was working on some project. I can't remember what she was doing, but long story short, she broke down, and we decided to reschedule. So when she came back, we wrote this song called Broke Down in Memphis. Kind of a fitting story for us. Red Marlowe and Terry Joe. I booked my flight from LAX, but they canceled it last minute. This truck ain't got no wings, but I couldn't stay another minute. So I pointed it due east and drove as fast as I could go. I ended up stalled out on the side of the road and broke down in Memphis. Yeah, I thought by Arizona I'd be closer to getting better, and a night in old New Mexico might help me to forget her. And I thought that I could lose her in a place the size of Texas, by Chippewa, then Little Rock. Well, I'd be just west of leaving her behind until I broke down in Memphis. Yeah, well, I could keep driving till I run out of road, but her memory just gets closer the further I go. I might find me a club, watch a blues band play. I might leave in the morning, or heck, I just might stay. Broke down in Memphis. Yeah, I thought by Arizona I'd be closer to getting better, and a night in old New Mexico might help me to forget her. And I thought that I could lose her in a place the size of Texas, by Chippewa, then Little Rock. Well, I'd be just west of leaving her behind until I broke down in Memphis. Well, I broke down, busted up and wrecked. By Arizona I'd be close to getting better, and a night in old New Mexico might help me to forget her. And I thought that I could lose her in a place the size of Texas, about Chippewa, then Little Rock. Well, I'd be just west of leaving her behind until I broke down in Memphis. Yeah, I broke down in Memphis. Broke down in Memphis. Oh,
I
thank you.
that.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
That's
Thank you
neat.
very much.
It's a cool song.
Thank you.
man. It's a neat chord progression. That's nice. Let's see here. Do a song here. The song is off a CD that I just released. Well, I say just released. Released probably 6 months ago. I don't know, maybe not that long. Who knows? Something like that. But the song is called Words, and I give a little story into this. John, can I get a little more acoustic, just because I need some for picking? I wrote this song. At the age of 3 weeks old, I was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer and was cancer-free by a year old. I wrote this song more in ode to my parents. They were in their early 20s. I'm 20 years old now, and I don't really want kids at all, but they had two. They had me and my brother. My brother was 16 months older than I am, and so he's still a baby, at the time. And then I come along and real sick, and I just can't imagine something like that, going through something like that at, even 3 years from now. Pretty crazy. That's kind of where, obviously that's why I'm in a chair today, but a lot of things have come from that. both good and bad. You know, I've made a lot of connections that I probably wouldn't be doing music if I had not gone through that. Music was always an escape. It was some way for me to express some of this pent-up, I don't even know if it was really anger, but, you know, sorrow, sadness, anger, whatever that emotion was, joy. It was always an outlet for me to express those things. And, you know, a lot of people would say no, but I look at, you know, the things that I've been through as a blessing. You know, a lot of people can go through something and let it defeat them, or they can stand up and move on. I can't technically stand up. I guess I can roll out, but you know, this song is basically all the words. You know, you see me stuttering, and I'm not good with words. I'm not a speaker. I'm a singer, and this song is essentially all the words that I wish I could say that I don't necessarily know how to. But it's called Words. Young parents trying to make ends meet. Then came along a little one, sick as me. The doctors gave the message that dark old day. They said, your baby might fade away. 5 years later, on the baseball field. This little boy is anything but healed. He'll grow up to be all the inspiration that you need to make it through. And he'll live a life full of struggles, but it's a life full of love. He'll live a life full of signs from the one up above. And maybe someday, when he's old and gray, he'll have the right words to say. Now he's in high school, he wants to be a star. He's found his hope in God and a 6-string guitar. He'll write songs of words he could never say. He'll sing his heart away. And he'll live a life full of struggles, but it's a life full of love. He'll live a life full of signs from the one up above. Maybe someday, when he's old and gray, he'll have the right words to say. Now that I'm older, I have a dream inside. I'm letting go of everything, I know it's right. I've got a long way to go before I'll be the man that I want to be. But I've lived a life full of struggles, but it's a life full of love. I've lived a life full of signs from the one up above. Maybe someday, when I'm old and gray, I'll have the right words to say. Maybe someday, when I'm old and gray, I'll have the right words to say. Thank you, thank you. Thank you.
What the heck do you expect me to do after that?
I don't know, man. Kill it.
Good Lord. That's a song and a half right there.
It's deep, man. I wrote it after a breakdown at about 3 a.m.
Whew. I might just continue on with that feeling in there. That's a good song.
Thank you, brother.
I'm gonna do I'm gonna kind of piggyback off that because I got some good feelings when you were playing that song. I wrote a song called Sinner's Creek about, I don't know, probably 6 years ago. And it probably came from the darkest time of my life and trying to figure out what I was doing in Nashville and what I was doing on earth as a human. And if you ever find yourself looking for answers like that, I can promise you there's only one place to find them. Or find the right ones at least. And I got lucky and found it, and that's what this song's about. It's called Sinner's Creek. Well, there's a place I know about that they call Sinner's Creek, where the bank runs high and the water runs deep. A lot of folks go in it, but they don't ever make it out. You can see the water rushing, but it never makes a sound. In the winter time, it freezes over solid black. When I asked my mama why, she said it's the color of our past. I didn't know when I was younger, but I'm now an older man. Now I wanna lay down in those waters, my face covered by his hand. Ooh. So take me down, preacher, lay me under, let me drown, till I'm completely covered by the sound of the angels singing over me. Ooh, take me down in Sinner's Creek. Don't let me up till it ain't me. Let this man that I've become die under Sinner's Creek. Well, my daddy went down in it. He came out a brand new man. Left his bottles floating in the water and never picked them up again. And my granddad said he found it in the woods of Vietnam, standing in the bloody water for the first time he felt calm. Ooh. Take me down, preacher, lay me under, let me drown, till I'm completely covered by the sound of the angels singing over me. Ooh, take me down in Sinner's Creek. Don't let me up till it ain't me. Let this man that I've become die under Sinner's Creek. Well, there's a place I know about they call Sinner's Creek, where the bank runs high and salvation runs deep.
What a song.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you, brother.
That is So I went on Spotify today. I was looking for some of his music to see if I could find a little thing, a little bit about him, and that's a song that he's got on there. By the way, go add it to your playlist. I did that today. I heard it and I was like, man, that's it. I put it on my playlist today, and I've listened to it probably 15 times today. That is that's a powerful song. That speaks in a way that is both relatable and I think a lot of times that we get caught up in this. You listen to, like, obviously, you're talking about being washed in the blood, and I think a lot of times we listen to Christian music and it's very happy, feel good, and we don't understand just what goes into that moment. And I think that's pretty tough right there. That's good stuff, man. I like that.
Thank you. Thank you, brother.
Do a song here. This is on the CD as well, and I think it's track 2, something like that. But
Is it? You got the CD over here?
I do. There's
Tell
a
them
merch
boys.
table.
You guys won't get you.
It's
one.
weird. I've never had a table that said merch table. That's dedicated to us musicians. That's pretty neat. But I do have some T-shirts, CDs over here. Do you have anything over there right now?
It's all you, brother.
Okay, well, I've got CDs, T-shirts. CDs are $10, T-shirts are $20. I don't know if I've got my stickers with me, but I do have stickers as well. Those are $1, but nope, no stickers. Never mind. CDs and T-shirts, but yeah, you guys can pick up my CD. You can also find me on Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, Amazon Music, all of the above. Just search Joseph Brooks and look for the title Stripped Away. Do a song here. This is it's called Ain't Your Romeo. I'm from the South, and in the South we say ain't a lot. And if it ain't right, then so be it, right? But the song's called Ain't Your Romeo. There's no real story behind it other than I was looking at the wallpaper in my closet. It's got kind of this so the wallpaper is like floral, and then in front of it it's like these wood like panels. I don't know, it reminded me of like a wall, and I could think like, Romeo's climbing up that that wall to see Juliet. But I was like, nah, let's not do it like that. Let's do it, she's been doing him wrong. And so that's where this has come from. It's called Ain't Your Romeo. All it took was that one night. We danced the night away in the pale moonlight, blinded by your beauty, looking through love-struck eyes. I couldn't see what you've become. Oh, Juliet. Oh, Juliet. Ooh. I ain't your Romeo anymore. I ain't throwing rocks at your window just to get your attention. I ain't climbing no more walls just to get to you. They say that love at first sight don't mean much of nothing, but I'm still in love with you. No, Juliet. Oh, Juliet. Ooh. I ain't your Romeo anymore. Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, boy.
That song has got a lot of cool stuff that was done in production. My producer was incredible. He is an amazing guitar player, and he puts down some sick stuff, and he did a really killer job on it. But CDs are available for $10.
I love that. That's awesome.
It's cool.
Hey, was Words, was that one on the CD?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, Words is on the CD.
I like that.
Appreciate it. Oh yeah.
I'm going to drop her down a little bit. So, we're going to swamp her up a little bit here. So a good buddy of mine in Nashville, Tennessee, passed on a little over a year and a half ago now. One of the greatest writers on the face of the planet. His name was Randall Clay. And if you get time later at some point, Google that old boy and you'll find a heck of a lot of songs. He was just a legendary writer. And what I liked about him was that he would take a hook and he would do things with it that were just funky. And we met up one day, and he had a long beard, and he used to be in the circus, and he was just a character. And he showed up in my house one day, and he had a little pig with him. And he was King Louie, I think was his name. He's like, I hope you don't mind King Louie tag along today. And so he asked if I had any hooks, and when you're writing with somebody, it's kind of usually how it starts out is, hey, you got any hooks or you got anything you're working on? And I told him, I said, man, I got this thing. It's I can fix that. And I was heading more towards a love song, and he was heading more towards the opposite direction. And we found our way in the middle somewhere. And we wrote this song. So this one goes up to him. I know my way around a carburetor, transmission missing, no sweat. There's an up on blocks clunker, I can't get rolling, and I ain't met her yet. Better than average with a hammer, like Da Vinci with a 2x4. I can build you a house from the tin roof down, complete with a wraparound porch. Hey, hey, let's take a look at it. Hey, hey, here's your problem right there. I got a money back guarantee, and I guarantee you won't want your money back. I'm the neighborhood broken heart handyman. Yes, ma'am, I can fix that. Well, some boys will try to scam you, sell you something that you don't need. But if you ain't happy, girl, I ain't happy. Yeah, that's my policy. Well, hey, hey, let's take a look at it. Hey, hey, here's your problem right there. I got a money back guarantee, and I guarantee you won't want your money back. I'm the neighborhood broken heart handyman. Yes, ma'am, I can fix that. Somebody sure didn't know what they was doing, but baby, that's alright. I'll have you like brand new and up and running again in next to no time. Hey, hey, let's take a look at it. Hey, hey, here's your problem right there. Got a money back guarantee, and I guarantee you won't want your money back. I'm the neighborhood broken heart handyman. Yes, ma'am, I can fix that. I'm the neighborhood broken heart handyman. Yes, ma'am, I believe I can fix that.
Woo. That's good stuff. I like it. That's funky, man.
Thank you.
That's cool. Man.
That's right.
That's cool. That's a cool song, man. I don't really like. See, here we go. I can't speak. I meant to say I don't really write, but I said light. Whatever. I don't really write a lot of like upbeat stuff. I've been through a long life in a short few years, and a lot of my experiences have not been the prettiest, but they've all been blessings. I'm gonna do a song here that holds a special place in my heart. I think everybody in life has or will lose somebody that means something to them. In 2016, I lost my grandmother, and that was the first person in my life that had moved on that meant anything to me. And I'll be honest with you, I don't have a lot of family, and that was somebody who you didn't have to tell her, and she was calling in the birthdays. No matter who you were, she knew it, and she would make sure it got on the radio in the mornings. And she unfortunately she passed a month before my birthday, and that was something that I missed for my 16th birthday, actually. And that was something that obviously was not her fault, but something that I have always kind of clung to, that is something that makes me think of her. For 4 years, attempted to write a song and could never put together the right words, the right rhyme, reasons. And I actually had a dream about her one night and woke up the next day and wrote this song. I had met up with a songwriting buddy of mine earlier in the day, and he had really put some inspiration into me and some fire to write a song. And I went home, and about 3 a.m., which is when I typically write most of my songs, this song came out of that. But it's called Grandma and Me. The song is not on the CD. This is one that I'm working on. This will be on the next album, but this is called Grandma and Me. Walk down the street to that old convenience store that never seemed to have the ice cream we were looking for. She'd give her every last dime, every penny spent with me in mind. It was Grandma and me on that front porch swing. We were swinging high as time rolled by. Underneath that oak tree on a little small town street was the hardest working, strongest loving woman there could be. Though years go by, the memories won't die of Grandma and me. There's never been a holiday that's felt the same ever since the good Lord called your name. He took you home around 6 a.m. When I think of you, I think back to when it was Grandma and me on that front porch swing. We were swinging high as time rolled by. Underneath that oak tree on a little small town street was the hardest working, strongest loving woman there could be. Though years go by, the memories won't die of Grandma and me. Know the day that you died won't be our last goodbye. Just to see you later, catching up when I meet you in the sky. But sometimes I wish that it could be Grandma and me, shaded by that old oak tree, sitting silently, listening to the breeze. There was only one of you, there's only one of me. No one I've ever known could quite compete. If I could feel the wind touch the sky, have just one more time, Grandma and me. Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
I think every song you play could be on the radio.
I appreciate that.
Boy, it sounds like he's got auto-tune on his voice.
Oh.
I need to give me one of them mics, or is that just natural?
It's a secret, secret weapon.
I'm going to go drop her back down again.
I got a pedal off outside somewhere.
I got some special people here tonight. I'm going to play this song for them because I don't know how long they can stick around.
It's always cool as a songwriter to have your song requested.
Yeah, I know, right? This song, pretty heavy song. I'd say about 6 or 7 years ago, I came down to Dothan, and I was playing at a place in Dothan, and I was actually driving down to Panama City and playing a tour there, and then going back up to Nashville. And it was shortly after I wrote Sinners Creek, and just going through a dog of a mess in Nashville, and trying to stand my ground and be who I wanted to be and what I believed in, and it just wasn't working out that way. And I met this family, my goodness. And they lived on a road called Holland Road. And the first time I heard that, Holland Road, and Josh had sent me that address to come down and meet him. Through a mutual friend, I was like, man, Holland Road, that just sounds like something. And of course, I went down there, and I didn't know what intentions I had. Just meeting good people was all I knew that they were. And I got down the driveway, and I got out of the truck, and within 2 minutes, I kid you not, 2 minutes, I fulfilled a lifelong dream that was on my bucket list. And within about 2 to 3 minutes getting out of the truck, I was plowing a sugarcane patch with a team of horses and an old plow. And that was a dream of mine I'd had for a long, long time. And these people, I just kept going back, and they never shut me out. They never blocked the gate on me or anything. And later on down the road, a couple years later, I just ended up developing this huge bond with this family, and some of them are here tonight. And my good buddy Josh, who I'm just consider a brother, we got to talking one night and talking about all the adventures we'd had in life. And he lived in New York and was an actor and was a rider and a bull rider and a steer wrestler and all these crazy adventures and things. And we had a lot of similarities, and we kind of grew up the same. And so when I went to this place on Holland Road, it was just like anybody that's been there will tell you it's nothing of this world. It's like a whole different place out there. So I don't know when Farm Day is this year in April, but I'm going to advertise the heck out of it because every single person in this room needs to go out to Farm Day at this place. So I'm going to give more info to you on that later on. But I wrote this song, and it's called Holland Road. We grew up in an old farmhouse about 15 miles west of Dothan town. We rode bareback and we caught fish. Daddy raised fields of cane, Mama raised the kids. We swore we found the place God hid his gold down on Holland Road. We rode through those wild horse summers, racing old mares alongside of my brother. I still feel that southern wind calling my name. Times got tight, but family got tighter. Learned how to love and how to be a fighter for the things that matter most. Well, I learned everything. Yeah, I grew up, and I'll grow old down on Holland Road. Well, I left home more than most folks do, chasing dreams and steers and women too. Yeah, I've climbed mountains with my bare hands, and now I cut and stitch like my old man. I found the Lord, and I found my soul down on Holland Road.
We rode through those wild horse summers, racing old mares alongside of my brother. I can still feel that southern wind calling my name. Times got tight, the family got tighter. Learned how to love and how to be a fighter for the things that matter most. Well, I learned everything. Yeah, I grew up, and I'll grow old down on Holland Road. I moved on, but no matter where I go, there's only one place that'll lead me home. We rode through those wild horse summers, racing old mares alongside of my brother. I can still feel that southern wind calling my name. Times got tight, the family got tighter. I learned how to love and how to be a fighter for the things that matter most, and singing on Sundays. Yeah, I grew up, and I'll grow old. I found the Lord, and I still call home down on Holland Road. We grew up in an old farmhouse about 15 miles west of Dothan town. Woo! Thank you. Goes out to the Maddox family. Love you guys.
Golly. Wow. Y'all, this is a heck of a songwriter sitting up here with me. Wow. Golly, that's good stuff, man.
I'm just trying to keep up with you, Hawk.
Shoot, whatever. That's good stuff, man. I like that. See, to me, home stories like that are what make the best music. I think that, you know, it's nice to have your cliche, dinky stuff, but the stuff that has a story and a passion is really, to me, what means the most. I think that I feel like you probably relate with that. I can tell by the way you write that's something to you. I think a lot of the times that we find beauty and creativity in sorrow and sadness.
Absolutely.
I think a lot of times that, you know, again, ain't nothing wrong with being happy. I like to be happy, but some of the most beautiful creation comes from sorrow and place of meaning. And that's really cool, man. I like that song a lot. I don't know if you got more music anywhere else, but y'all, for real, check this song out on Spotify. At least get this man some listens. That's cool stuff, man. Do a song here. So I actually wrote a song when I was about 14 about a girl that had dumped me. And she was a soccer player, and I'm far from that, so I guess that's probably what it was. But, you know, whatever, right? I don't know her name anymore, I guess. No. Wrote a song when I was 14. And I was in a band, you know, whatever. It was cool. We were 14-year-old musicians. We were so good, but no. And took that song and rewrote. I guess you could say rewrote it. Really just took a lot of words from that song and put them into this one. I wrote this song probably 5 months ago, something like that. And so it's not really about that situation, but I guess in terms it is, because it's a lot of the words from that song. This is called Here's to Us. About you every time I pass that neon sign where we had our first date. Things just aren't the same. I guess people change, but I loved you anyway. So here's to me, here's to Here's to everything that we've been through, the good, the bad, the ugly. I thought you'd still be here to love me. Pretend to laugh so I don't cry. Keep the pain and heartache inside. 'Cause I can't move on now that you're gone. I stopped by today to drop off your things. You couldn't look me in the eye. There's nothing left to say, so you turn away. I guess this is goodbye. So here's to me, here's to you, here's to everything that we've been through, the good, the bad, the ugly. I thought you'd still be here to love me. Pretend to laugh so I don't cry. Keep pain and heartache inside. 'Cause I can't move on now that you're gone. They say love is enough to break the strongest man. I guess forever and always just wasn't in your plans. So here's to me, here's to you, here's to everything that we've been through, the good, the bad, the ugly. I thought you'd still be here to love me. Pretend to laugh so I don't cry. Keep the pain and heartache inside. Here's to me, here's to you, here's to everything that we've been through, the good and the bad, the ugly. I thought you'd still be here to love me. Pretend to laugh so I don't cry. Keep the pain and heartache inside. 'Cause I can't move on now that you're gone. Now that you're gone, 'cause I can't move on now that you're gone. Yeah. Thank you, thank you. Thank you.
Love it. Good stuff. Do you have any bad songs?
Yes. Those are the ones I don't play.
That's some good stuff. I love it.
Appreciate it.
I'm gonna play actually, it changed my mind. I'm gonna play a song that I wrote back in Nashville. Wrote this with a buddy of mine, Kevin Wayne. My great uncle, who was probably my hero all of my childhood. Crazy old man. He had this old pickup truck that probably wasn't worth $600, and for some reason my whole life I just wished that I'd had it. And I'd always wanted to write a song about it, and one thing led to another, and we were down in Nashville, and we wanted to write a song about a truck as if country music needed another one. But I wanted one anyway, so I got it. And that's this one. Busted headlight, rusted tailgate. The horn don't blow, windows don't roll, paint starting to fade. Yeah, and anyone else would just call it a day. Oh, the battery out and haul that old thing to a junkyard grave. But not you, 'cause to you, well, that truck holds the key to your life. The girl that you love, 'cause it caught her eye. She'd been riding shotgun since she climbed in the side. That truck
get you back and forth to work, to pay off that house and get your kids to church. You'd be nowhere, just another man stuck without that truck. That old bed is hauled more than rocks and dirt. From baseball teams, a stage of dreams, where you played your first concert. She's got a lot of miles from cruising down memory lane. Oh, you think you want a new one? Trade her in, but you can't. Calls to you, yeah, to you. That truck holds the key to your life. The girl that you love, 'cause it caught her eye. She'd been riding shotgun since she climbed inside. That truck gets you back and forth to work, to pay off that house and get your kids to church. You'd be nowhere, just another man stuck without that truck. Yeah, get you back and forth to work, to pay off that house and get your kids to church. You'd be nowhere, just another man stuck. Well, you laughed, you loved, you lived, and you learned so much in that truck. Busted headlight, rusted tailgate. Thank you, thank you.
That's the best song about a truck I've ever heard. I don't know about y'all, but I'll take songs like that about trucks and the red dirt road trucks any day. But like I said, I don't do a lot of upbeat music, and I think the reason that is because I put a lot of meaning into my music, and so it just so happens to be the way I write. But I do what I do, not for money, not to be famous one day, not for whatever it may be, no worldly possession, but to reach others. That's something that I stress a lot in what I do. Anytime I meet somebody, you know, that's something that I try to make the forefront of everything I do. For one, thank y'all all for being here. I play a lot of places where people sit and don't say nothing, and I'd rather you boo me off the stage than to sit there quiet. But I appreciate y'all being attentive to what we're doing, you know, genuinely putting in care to what we're doing. And that's to me is a really cool opportunity to get to see, especially the fact that this is a songwriter deal. This is something that, I mean, for songwriters, our songs are like our babies, you know, and it's to have people that genuinely pay attention to that and that are listening, you know, that's a really cool opportunity, something that in live music you don't get a lot. You know, I come from Enterprise, Alabama, and I'll go play in Enterprise, and nobody cares, you know. It's like they don't care until you're somebody, and so I'm very appreciative of y'all. But I wrote somewhere,
to say, yeah.
right? I'm in the process of actually writing a song about it called Somebody. But I wrote this song here. This is another song off the CD. I wrote this song essentially about having no regrets. I think that a lot of people get caught up in, like I said, you know, I am the way I am, but who's to say that I should sit at the house and sulk in what I'm going through when, you know, there's many who have it worse. And like I said earlier, you know, a lot of people would say no, but I look at my life as a blessing. Everything that I've been through, whether it be, you know, something in my medical life or something in my personal life, everything that I've been through is a blessing to this point because it's made me every little step of the way who I am. And I wrote this song from the perspective of an old man. I think that, you know, I don't necessarily think that wisdom comes with age, but I do believe that we as a society identify it as that, and I wanted to put my 2 cents in about, you know, this life into a song, and it's called Little Long Life. Song is on the CD. I haven't played this song in forever. this old man, you can tell where he's been. The scars on his face don't seem out of place. The test of time, all the pain kept inside, just a shell of a man who's been through hell. He says, sit down beside me. Let me give you a little advice. It's okay to mess up. Don't make the same mistake twice. 'Cause I've seen joy and pain run hand in hand, and I've seen weary feet find the strength to stand. And I've seen tears and I've heard laughter a million times. I've done a lot of living in a little long life. Wrinkled hands and a million regrets, not of the things he's done, but of what's left unsaid. He says, sit down beside me. Let me give you a little advice. You'll regret the things you ain't done more than paying the price. 'Cause I've seen joy and pain run hand in hand, and I've seen weary feet find the strength to stand. And I've seen tears and I've heard laughter a million times. I've done a lot of living in a little long life, with a heart so bold and a mind so old. I listened one last time. They laid him down one night, now his soul flies high. He's singing songs with angels and running streets of gold. And this is what he said: I've seen joy and pain run hand in hand. I've seen weary feet find the strength to stand. I've seen tears and I've heard laughter a million times. I've done a lot of living in a little long life. I hope to do a lot of living in a little long life.
Goodness.
Thank you, thank you. It's a tough one, man.
Goodness, boy. When's that one? Where you said that one's not out yet, right?
No, that one's on the CD. It's like the first track, actually, on the CD.
Goodness. Well, I got about a 2-hour drive home tonight, and I know what I'm going to be listening
Hey,
to.
man. I don't know that there's 2 hours worth of music, but I mean,
That's why they make a repeat button.
hey, man, I'm all for it.
Yeah. Man, thank you guys so much for listening and just for being here. And thanks again for John for letting us be here and setting all that. The sound is awesome, so thank you, John. Appreciate you. Yeah, awesome. Too cool. I'm going to play a song I wrote with a buddy of mine. We were on the road, and I think we were in California, and life on the road for us was a little different. We did more of a radio tour than anything. So our stops, we'd fly out somewhere, and a driver would take us about 4 o'clock in the morning, and we'd do a radio morning show, and then we'd drive to the next town, and we'd do the afternoon show, and then we'd drive on through the next town and do their on the road home show. And fly out somewhere and be ready to do a midnight show or the next morning. So our days kind of started to run together after a while. And a buddy of mine, Alex Gallagher, that I wrote this song with, he started kind of throwing this idea at me called By Now. And we ended up writing this song. I can't remember if it was Rhode Island or the other side. We could have been in Egypt, and I probably wouldn't have known. But we stayed up late one night when we got back, and we hammered this song out, and it just ended up being a really cool song. So I'm going to play it for you, but wrote this with a good buddy of mine, Alex Gallagher. So. Saw her staring from across the bar, but I didn't mean to let it go too far. Then I bought around and walked her to her car. She said, "Where you wanna go?" Couldn't tell her even though I tried. Palms were sweating as I climbed inside. She turned it over and we took a ride. Rest of the story you probably know by now. But by now she's up from coming down. I'm halfway to some other town. And if she wakes up lonely, I'm the only one to blame. She's probably waiting on my call, finding out that after all, no matter how it starts, it just always ends the same somehow. And she knows better by now. She pulled it over and we cut the lights. The radio was playing Feels So Right. Thought what was just another southern night wasn't anymore. Sat and talked until we saw the sun. Said I hate to, but I've gotta run. She drove me back and said, you know, no one has ever made me feel like this before. But by now she's up from coming down. I'm halfway to some other town. And if I wake up lonely, I'm the only one to blame. She's probably waiting on my call, finding out that after all, no matter how it starts, it just always ends the same somehow. She knows better by now. The summer's come and gone. I moved out and she moved on. But I should have stayed, 'cause she would have stayed. But by now she's up from coming down. I'm halfway to her little town. And if I wake up lonely, I'm the only one to blame. 'Cause she ain't picking up my call. I guess she found out after all. No matter how it starts, it just always ends the same somehow. She knows better by now. Saw her staring from across the bar, but I never meant to let it go too far. Then I bought around and walked her to her car. She said, "Where you wanna go?" Thank you. Alex Gallagher.
It's a good song.
I love that thing, man.
That's a good song.
Thanks,
Dang.
brother.
It's a cool song, man. Yes, you are an incredibly good songwriter, man. Man, wow. Loud enough? Good, good. Is that good? All right. Well, this here is called a dulcimer. It's a mountain instrument. And had seen when the company Seagull released it. It's called a Merlin. And it's been years ago that they released it. But ever since they released it, I was like, I have to get one. I want one so bad. And I was at a music convention up in Nashville. And I was at the Seagull booth, and they had one, and it was just sitting there. It was on a stand by itself. It had a tag on it with a price. I was like, what do you do on it? And he said, well, I actually got to speak to one of the CEOs of the company, which was really, really cool, and that's who actually sold it to me. And he's like, I'm going to do $100 on it. All right, easy. No questions asked. And handed him a $100 bill and left with this thing. And for about 2 weeks, I played it nonstop. Every day, just for hours on end. I'm not real knowledgeable in how to play it. I fake it for the most part. But, it's a fun instrument to play. There's so much creativity to be used in this thing that is different. And I got it. I said, I'm going to write a song with it. Why not? And I listened to a group called the Avett Brothers. If you've never heard of them, check them out. They are an extremely talented singer-songwriter group from North Carolina. And they just released a new album. And my favorite song on it is called Victory. If you guys get a chance, check it out. But let's play this song here. This is also on the CD. It's called Merry-Go-Round. Incense burns in the midnight air. Can't help but to stare into your eyes. Maybe it's your smile. I don't want the night to end. Can't we just pretend the timing's right? Man, it feels so right. And I am shackled and bound. Your shot to the heart left me lying on the ground. And my darling, love for you like an endless merry-go-round. And all the words I want to say won't come out. Sometimes it's easier to write them down. And I am shackled and bound. Your shot to the heart left me lying on the ground. My darling, my love for you's like an endless merry-go-round. I love you, you make my world go round. And so for now, I'll bid this love farewell. 'Cause in this game of love, only time will tell.
Yeah.
Thank you. Need to drink some water, I guess. That song's on the CD. We'll just leave it with that, right? And forget about the squeak.
Did you play the dulcimer on the?
I did.
On the track?
Yeah, it's weird. It was different. Recording with a guitar is, I don't know. It was definitely a different experience recording with that little thing. I'm a pretty big dude, and so it's like this. But it's a cool little thing. Okay, thanks. Appreciate it. Oh, you spilled it all over me. I do, yeah. But no, it's a cool song. It is on the CD. It's track 4, I think.
Right on. Heck yeah. I'm gonna do a brand new one that there's about a 98.7% chance I'll mess it up, but that's all right. That's pretty average with most of my percentages of what I play, so that's all right. I wrote this song. I grew up in a really small town in Indiana, in southern Indiana, called Rockport. Population 2,000, graduated with 95, and we had one stoplight in town, and eventually they got rid of it because the farmers got so mad. So pretty much where I'm from, sums it up real short. But I always thought it was crazy because driving around that little town, that there's just so many things in the world that change and revolve around us. And I mean, in my opinion, the world's gone crazy, and it's been like that for a long time anyway. But one thing that never really changes is the country out there, and the cornfields and the beans and the way people make a living. And I think that says a lot about the families that do that too, and farm families, and I'm sure the Maddoxes can attest to that. But anyway, I don't know what it's called. Probably Country Don't Change, I reckon. Sisters on the front porch swinging, brothers instigating, mama sitting in the kitchen, Hank Sr. on the radio, supper sitting on the stove, daddy's in the barn working hard on something, son sitting down, dogs are running, barking at the wind, mama calls us all in. The country don't change, no, the sun comes up, the coffee drips down into an old tin cup, then the wheels turn, around they go just to put it in the ground so the family grows. Give a little thanks for one more day, your country don't change. Sister's got a boy on the front porch swinging, brother spitting shoe, windows open in the kitchen, Hank Sr. on the radio, mama's washing them clothes, daddy's in the barn trying to get the truck running, horse breaks out, he yells, it's always something, and pours every time it rains, yeah, the only thing that stays the same. This country don't change, no, the sun comes up, coffee drips down into an old tin cup, then the wheels turn, around they go just to put it in the ground so the family grows. Give a little thanks for one more day, the country don't change. Sister's got kids, brother's got a wife, daddy went to heaven, mama still cries. The only thing that ever stays the same, we keep on keeping on the same old way. Yeah, daddy'd want it that way, 'cause country don't change, no, the sun comes up, coffee drips down into an old tin cup, then the wheels turn, around they go just to put it in the ground so the family grows. We'll give a little thanks even when it rains. We work hard all week and visit daddy after church Sunday. Your country don't change. The sisters on the front porch swinging. Thank you.
It's good stuff. Do a song here. Wrote this song, I don't know, it's been a little while, I guess. Maybe a year. Maybe not that long. The song's a little different than anything I've written. A little more modern. Not quite as somber, I guess. But Song has no particular story. It's just something that came to mind, something that I put together and had a cool little, I guess you could call it cool. I think it's a little cool. But a little neat little picking part that was, I had kind of had with me for some years and guess finally put some words to it. But it's called Let Me Know. Let your hair fall down, baby, kick off your shoes. No need to be uptight, just let loose. Everything will be just fine. It'll take just a minute, and we can talk all night, or I can sit and listen. So won't you let me know how far this can go, if only for tonight? Then baby, that's alright. We'll dance in the moonlight, you're in the spotlight, sway to the music slow. Won't you let me know just how far this can go? We don't have to go out, we got nothing to do. Come on, take it slow now when you move. And I can see it in your smile, in the look in your eyes. So won't you let me know how far this can go, if only for tonight? Baby, that's alright. We'll dance in the moonlight, you're in the spotlight, sway to the music slow. Won't you let me know how far this can go? We can stay right here, go if you want me to, baby, won't you let me know how far this can go, if only for tonight? Then baby, that's alright. We'll dance in the moonlight, you're in the spotlight, sway to the music slow. Won't you let me know? Won't you let me know how far this can go, if only for tonight? Then baby, that's alright. We'll dance in the moonlight, you're in the spotlight, sway to the music slow. Won't you let me know? Won't you let me know how far this can go? How far this can go. Yeah. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, man. Appreciate it, brother. I think it was you. You might have dropped it. Oh, I did. I was looking for it. I thought it was on this side. I dropped it on this side.
I wrote this next song. It's called "Take Me Back." I wrote it with a guy in Nashville and a wonderful woman, Mick Holland and Helene Cronin, both phenomenal writers. And we wrote this song together a couple years ago. Anyhow, not much of a story. You'll hear it when you hear it.
You take me back to a 94 Chevy, cute girl too shy to say what's on her mind, 'cause it's a second date on a no-name road north of nowhere. Back to a screened-in porch, mama flicking on and off those lights, saying, girl, you better get your butt inside. Boy, don't you think it's time to go home? I can't help but think about all the memories made. Girl, looking at you right here, right now, just fans that flame. Every time your kiss lands on my lips, it's like the first time feeling it. Oh, baby, you take me back to a slow song spinning you across that floor. You looking at me like what you're waiting for, and I leaned in, and you leaned in more. I can't help but think about all the memories made. Girl, looking at you right here, right now, just fans that flame. Every time your kiss lands on my lips, like the first time feeling it. Oh, baby, you take me back. Oh, yeah. Back to a 94 Chevy, back to a screened-in porch, back to a slow song spinning. I can't help but think about all the memories made. Girl, looking at you right here, right now, just fans that flame. Every time your kiss lands on my lips, it's like the first time feeling it. Oh, baby, you take me back. Oh, yeah, you take me back. Back to a 94 Chevy. Oh, baby, you take me back. Thank you, thank you. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, whatever you want. You want to play? That was a good buddy of mine, Mick Holland, wrote with Alan and Helene Cronin. All right, I'm going to do one I'm not sure that I've ever really played out, and I honestly haven't gigged in a long time. Since we got down to Georgia, I've been kind of locked down for the last couple years, so it's good to be back on the stage and playing songs that I love with people that I love, even if I just met them. He's a good man right here. All right. I'm going to play, this is a brand new one, so I know I've never played it before. I got a daughter that's kind of new to the world, and she's pretty cool, but her name is Aniston Marie, and I don't know how this song's going to come out, but it's, I wrote a song about her, of course, naturally, and I don't even know if it's really about her. It's about a ship, so one of these days I'll tell her it's about her, I guess. The bearded captain filled his glass, prepared a toast, and tipped his hat to all his men. When morning falls, we'll make our way across the sea and into the great unknown. Now there's a chance we'll not return, so love your loves, and to those you've burned, rekindle flame. Prepare to lose all you've ever known, but be ready, men, for we may be shown the greatest frame. He hugged his wife and let her go. His unborn child may never know his name. They boarded ship in the morning's light, and they sailed for 200
days and nights until the storm and the oceans raged and the poor ship cried. The men were afraid the day the voyage died, and all the men cried, oh, hail to the Anniston Marie. And 2 years have passed since morning light, when they set sail and bid goodbye. The captain gave his final word, yet the men still stood there undeterred as she went down beneath the sea. And the oceans raged and the poor ship cried. The men were afraid the day the voyage died. And the captain he cried, oh, hail to the Anniston Marie. 4 years had passed since that morning light, when they set sail and bid goodbye. As she held on to her captain's child, she knew he'd sailed his final mile at sea. And she held her tight, and her sweet name she cried, oh, my Anniston Marie. Oh, my Anniston Marie. Hail to the Anniston Marie. Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
That's good stuff.
Thank you.
Something that I've noticed about the way you play, you use a lot of like harmonics.
Yeah.
I think that that's really, really cool. I didn't even hear it when I was listening to the Sinners Creek earlier on the recording. Like I didn't even know until saw you play it, and I was like, oh, like that's neat. That's really cool. Do a song here that I co-wrote with a lady who's actually here tonight, Miss Carmen Bennett. I wrote this song. It's been a long while. It's probably been, how long has it been since we wrote this song? Yeah, I'm talking to you. No, it's okay. I ain't been talking long. It's been a little while. I am. Yeah, you're here for a good reason, right? Well, y'all, I'll be honest with you. I'm down to my last two. I'm new to this songwriting thing, and so I'm still building that repertoire of songs, but this is one of the last two here. The song's called Stormy Weather. I was going through a real tough time in my life where I felt real alone. And, I had all these people around me, but I didn't have anybody that I felt like was, there with me. And I think that a lot of times, especially like, I wrote this song when I was, in high school. And in high school, man, there's so many, you get caught up in this, oh, well, I need so many friends, blah, blah, blah. And you get surrounded by so many people who don't care about you, as opposed to focusing on the few that do. And, I think that's what I got caught up in. You know, I had one or two around, but I felt like I had nobody because the volume of people wasn't great, you know, and had this idea, you know, the hook was being alone feels like stormy weather, and I sent it to Carmen, and because we had talked about doing a co-write for months and just could never find the right time, right words, whatnot, and I sent her this hook, and I think it was like, it took us a day to write this song, maybe, not even that, but song's called Stormy Weather. Dark clouds hang above my head, the sun is gone, the leaves are dead, the cold wind blows. It's been so long since I felt any sunshine, I forget, it chills my bones. Like stormy weather, miss the blue skies when I was younger. Now the days are gray and nights are filled with thunder. Being alone feels like stormy weather. Stranger, I don't know this land. Some folks say I'm a gambling man. I'd sell my soul. Going down this one-way street, no smile on any face I meet. I'm moving on. Like stormy weather, miss the blue skies when I was younger. But now the days are gray and nights are filled with thunder. Being alone feels like stormy weather. I guess one day things might change. The sun will pass, the clouds will break. Gotta have a little faith, because being alone feels like stormy weather. I miss the blue skies of when I was younger. And now the days are gray and nights are filled with thunder. Being alone feels like stormy weather. Being alone feels like stormy weather. Miss the blue skies when I was younger. But now the days are gray and nights are filled with thunder. Being alone feels like stormy weather. Being alone feels like stormy weather. Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, boy. Thank y'all for sticking around. This next song is also a newer one. I'll try to not skip the second verse on this one. as I did the last one.
I mess up my own songs more than I mess up other people's.
It's embarrassing, I tell you. This song is called Strings. I watched a movie recently with Shia LaBeouf, and I don't know if anybody in here knows. He's a very, very, very big actor, and kind of always been somebody I looked up to in the acting world. And he came out with this movie a while back called Honey Boy, and just really spoke to me. And long story short, I felt a connection there, and ended up writing this song called Strings, kind of about being a puppet. And in Nashville, that's how I spent most of my time, unfortunately, is kind of being a puppet to some strings. And it didn't really matter what you did. That was just the way Nashville was, and that was commercial country music. And I wrote a song called Summer Girls, and it was a fun little ditty, as John would say. And we did have fun with it, and I'm glad I wrote it. But it quickly kind of became this horrible dream after a while. I just couldn't get out of, and this image started to kind of work its way around me, and I couldn't break the mold, and that's kind of where this came from. And I kind of slid off into some different routes other than music, and I ended up working personal protection and was a private security guy for a while in Nashville, and almost quit playing music nightly and just kind of started doing that. And anything to kind of break the mold that they put me in. And so when I saw this movie, if you've seen it or if you ever watch it, you'll probably get that grasp out of it. But I wrote this song and I sent it to Shia LaBeouf and the producer of the movie, who was Alma Harrell, which got Director of the Year for the movie. Phenomenal movie. And they actually replied back and loved the song, and Shia loved the song, and they sent it to his dad. And just a really, really cool blessing and something that kind of kept me motivated to keep writing and getting after it. But anyway, this song's called Strings.
We'll cue up the camera and read me the lines. I'll give you the gold the frame seeks to find. Throw on my mask and I'll disappear. When I look in the mirror, I won't be the one here. When I look in the mirror, I won't be the one here. So pull the strings, I'll do the dance. I won't blink an eye when you pull on my hands. Move me about, I'll sway for the sea. 'Cause I'm just a boy that's a slave to the strings. Well, you'll never know me as long as I live. Pretending to be someone else is a gift. But to all of the riches they all seek to find, it may be a gift, but it's drowned in my mind. It may be a gift, but it's drowned in my mind. So pull the strings, I'll do the dance. I won't blink an eye when you pull on my hands. Move me about, I'll sway for the sea. I'm just a boy that's a slave to the strings. Well, I'll be down the street if you're needing a friend. You put me up till Thursday at the Riddler's Inn. So paint up your face and let's cut through the noise. You be the clown, I'll be old honey boy. You be the clown, I'll be old honey boy. Well, maybe someday I'll find a way to cut through these strings and wander away.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
That may be my favorite song you've done tonight.
I
That
appreciate
is,
it, man. Thank you.
wow. Y'all give him another round of applause. This dude is awesome. I am honored to get to share the stage. This is a really neat opportunity. This year, unfortunately, will be the last one I got. But I guess we'll keep the same energy of meeting people in a way. So here in Dothan, Alabama, I got to see a guy in concert named Cody Jinks. And my dad set it up to us go and meet him after the show, and I had no idea. And, it was at the plant, and that's standing room only, and I sit, and so it was really weird, and a lot of nasty sweatiness on me, and I just wanted to go home. So he's like, hey, we're going to go this way. It'll be quicker to get out. I'm like, whatever, just get me out of here. Show was great. I wanted to go home. Well, we go over. We're standing there by the security gate, and the guy that opened for him, his name is Tennessee Jet. If you've never heard of him, check him out. Dude is awesome. He plays guitar, drums, sings all at one time. Oh, and plays harmonica. Dude is incredible. Really, really talented. But got to meet him. He had come out and was talking to people. And my dad was like, well, let's wait here for a second. I was like, okay, I want to go home. So all of a sudden, this big, tall dude comes up. He's like, y'all come this way. I'm like, He goes, we're going to meet Cody. I was like, oh, my gosh. So we go back. And we're waiting there, and I'm like starstruck because this is like one of my favorite singers, artists, songwriters. And here he comes walking up in his hat and got the beard and just really cool. And he comes up and we're talking, and I'm like trying not to mumble my words and make myself look like an idiot. But I did do that. But we're talking. I'm like, I want to do music for the rest of my life. He said, well, if you're going to do it, you can't have a plan B. He said, because if you have a plan B, you're going to fail one time and give it up. And that's something that stuck with me. I said, well, in light of that, can I play a song that I wrote? He goes, yeah. So we sat there kind of silent and awkward for a second. I said, can I borrow a guitar? And actually the way I said it was real, again, this is how I look like an idiot. I said, can I borrow a guitar, fam? I'm like, yeah, you're dumb for saying that. But he goes, oh, sure, yeah, okay. And he goes and grabs a guitar out of his case and brings it over and hands me his guitar. And I'm holding Cody Jinks' guitar. And I start playing this song, which is the song I'm about to play. And I get done, and he says, I was 18 at the time. He said, man, I never wrote anything that good at 18. He said, keep at it. You've got what it takes, but you got to keep at it. And I went to college for a year. And those words really held close to me, and I quit college to become a musician. And this is now my 9 to 5 or 5 to 9, however you look at it. But I wrote this song. It's called Small Town. This song is on the CD, probably my favorite song, probably my second favorite song I've ever written. And coming from a small town, well, it was a small town at one point, being from Enterprise. It's not so much anymore, but it's a little bit of too big for me now. But I wrote this song, and in a small town, there's a lot of things you do you're proud of, a lot of things you do that you're not so proud of. But no matter what it is, people seem to know who you are and where you've been. And the song's called Small Town. Wish I could drive these roads, not know where I'm going, and just get lost. Every twist and turn holds a memory I wish I burned long ago. Live in a small town where everybody knows your name. Everybody knows the story of your life that made you who you are today. Live in a small town where you just want to turn the page. You want to rewrite the story of your life a different different way. Living in a small town. Sunset in the distance, little summer reminiscing about years ago. Soft breeze on my face, heart belongs to this place where I come from. Live in a small town where everybody knows your name. Everybody knows the story of your life that made you who you are today. Live in a small town where you just want to turn the page. You want to rewrite the story of your life a different way. Live in a small town. Live in a small town where everybody knows your name. Everybody knows the story of your life that made you who you are today. Live in a small town where you just want to turn the page. You want to rewrite the story of your life a different way. Live in a small town. Live in a small town. Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, buddy. That's so good.
Thank you, thank you.
So good. One more? Yeah.
Hey, that works.
Sounds good. Good timing. Good timing.
I want to just say a huge thank you before he does his last song here. And I just want to say a huge thank you. Y'all have been great. Mr. John Shaw, thank you so much for putting this on. Y'all give him a round of applause.
Yeah.
I want to just say a huge thank you to Mural City Coffee for having us and allowing us to come in here and do this.
Yeah.
Y'all have been great. Thank you so much. I can't stress to you enough just how much it means as a songwriter to have people that sit, whether you know my music or not, you sit and genuinely listen to it. That's a really amazing experience. And thank y'all so much. And it's been an honor to share the stage with Mr. Boone.
Hey, same to you, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you. Well, I don't know what to do. If I want to do a fast one or a slow one. What do you guys want? Do a fast one, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to do a song with a buddy of mine I wrote with Brian Davis. Yeah. Brian Davis, I know, right? Not that Brian Davis. Yeah. I was going to do a song called Human Race, but it's a really depressing song about what's going on in the world today, so we're going in on a good note. This one's called Over You. I thought I'd move on, shake off this dust. I've tried everything, but man, it's tough. I can't hit that dial quite fast enough. When I hear that song, that reminds me of us. I wish I could get you gone, but girl, these chains are way too strong. You got my heart locked up, but you took the key with you when you left. Now I can't break free. I'm tired of feeling this way. No matter what I do, I'm going crazy. I'm over getting over you. I drove 1,000,000 miles on these old back roads, but everywhere we've been is everywhere I go. You used to slide right up next to me. Now it's just your ghost in my shotgun seat. I wish that I could get you gone, but girl, it's taking way too long. You got my heart locked up, but you took the key with you when you left. Now I can't break free. I'm tired of feeling this way. No matter what I do, I'm going crazy. I'm over getting over you. Yeah. You got my heart locked up, but you took the key with you when you left. Now I can't break free. I'm tired of feeling this way. No matter what I do, I'm going crazy. I'm over getting over you. Over getting over you. Over getting over you. Over getting over you. I'm over getting over you. Hey, give it up for this man right here. Go get you a CD and a shirt from him. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate
Thank y'all
you
so
very
much.
much.
Y'all have a
Thank
great
you,
night.
John. Thank you.
Thank y'all so much.